There is a trivia question related to this week's parsha. What is the only pasuk in the Torah that is more than 3 words long that begins and ends with the same 3 words? We'll wait 10 minutes for answers. No. The answer, which throws people off, is the very last pasuk in this week's parsha. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeisi eschem eretz Mitzrayim liyos lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. That people forget this because they think it ends with the word emes. Spoiler alert, that's not how the parsha ends. But in fact, the pasuk that says that I am HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I am the Lord your God who has taken you out of Mitzrayim, I am Hashem, begs the question of why the repetition? Why is this the only time where the Torah feels it's necessary to repeat the end of the pasuk, the same thing that it already said at the beginning of the pasuk? The Rishonim, the Gemara, in fact, gives different answers as to why that is so. I'd like to focus tonight just a little bit on an answer given by Rav Schwab. Rav Schwab says as follows. He says, Ani Hashem Elokeichem asher hotzeisi eschem eretz Mitzrayim. That when there is a historical event like Yitzias Mitzrayim, when you have Esther Makos, when you have Kriyas Yamsuf, it's very easy to see Hashem. It's very easy to say, Ani Hashem, that, I see that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here. I feel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It is obvious to me that there is a God. However, the pasuk is telling you that the same HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the same one that is so obvious during times of great miracles, is in fact the same HaKadosh Baruch Hu, no different than the HaKadosh Baruch Hu that's there every single day. That it's not just Ani Hashem Elokeichem asher hotzeisi eschem eretz Mitzrayim. It's not only a HaKadosh Baruch Hu at the time of tremendous miracles, but day in, day out, Ani Hashem Elokeichem. And in fact, one could suggest that if you look through the Torah, it becomes obvious that it's far more important, the second Ani Hashem Elokeichem, than the first. When Bnei Yisrael left Mitzrayim, it was so obvious that there was HaKadosh Baruch Hu that many people wanted to be Megayer. There was Erev Rav. Mitzrayim said, there is a God. I should sign up. And Moshe Rabbeinu thought that was a good idea. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, do what you want, Moshe, but I'm telling you this is a bad idea. Because a person who only feels HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a time of great miracles, that's not going to last. The person who feels HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Esakeves echad taseh baboker, ve'esakeves hasheni taseh bein harabayim. A person who feels HaKadosh Baruch Hu day in and day out, a person who recognizes this HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the mundane world, that is the type of person who will ultimately be successful in hanging on. We see it throughout history. The Gemara tells us that at the time of David and Shlomo, where things are very, very good, we wouldn't accept Gerim. God willing, very soon it'll be Yemos HaMashiach. We're not going to accept Gerim. We're not looking for people who only see HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Asher hotzeisi eschem eretz Mitzrayim. But rather, we want people who are regular every single day. I would even suggest a chiddush. Es hanefes asher asu b'charan. Whatever happened to them? All the Gerim, right? It says at the beginning of Parshas Lech Lecha that Avram, when he packed out, Avram megayeres ha'anoshim ve'gusora megayeres ha'anoshim. There were so many Gerim that went with them. By the time Yitzchak comes along, again, only one person who sees HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world. Why? You see, Avram Avinu gets thrown into the Kivshan Eish and comes back alive. There's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's not going to last. What you need, in fact, is the second type, that there wasn't a miracle. The people who are day in, day out, they recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that, in fact, is where the success is. It's not in the first half, of the first Ani Hashem Elokeichem. But the Torah is telling us, where Schwab points it out, it's the second one. The second Ani Hashem Elokeichem. This fact is not only true historically, in the history of the world, in the history of the Jewish people, but this in fact is true in our lives as well, I believe. That we all have moments of great inspiration. We all have the moment when something wonderful happens to us. Many of you went to Eretz Yisrael, and the Kedusha of the Eretz Yisrael, the things that you saw in Eretz Yisrael, led you to see HaKadosh Baruch Hu like you may have never seen him before. It led you to say, you know what? This is the relationship this is what's important in the world. This is the relationship I should have in the world. And it started you perhaps on a lifetime, hopefully, of Avodas Hashem. But we know, unfortunately, that many Talmidim go to Eretz Yisrael, and they come back, and easy on, easy off. The excitement of Eretz Yisrael goes, and the midterms and the finals, and the day in, the day out, and studying late at night, which has to be followed by learning in the morning. It's followed by Seder. It's followed by one blot after another. They all seem the same. It's all so hard. I'm so busy. There's so much going on. And unfortunately, the excitement dies off. And we know it's the people who can go into the drudge of regular life and still every morning daven, and every day go to Seder, and keep the night Seder, who can do chesed, who can daven b'kavana, who can keep up with their avodas Hashem, not when things are great. That is what sticks. That is what lasts a lifetime. Not the Ani Hashem Elokechem Asher Otzeisi Eschem Eretz Mitzrayim. That's wonderful. That's amazing. It's something that's worthy of remembering every day and having a holiday at least once a year for it. But in fact, what's going to get you through life are the long, cold nights of the winter. It's not just the Esakev, it's the Esakev Sachat Taseh Baboker, the Esakev Taseh Bein Arabayim. It's the day in, the day out. It's the second type that's really, really important. And God willing, life will go on. And there'll be wonderful times in your life. God willing, you should all get married. You should all have children. And when you see a child being born, you say there's a God in this world. It's unbelievable. Watching life. And it's amazing. And that's followed by sleepless nights and diapers and tuitions. And it's those nights that, in fact, are going to make you the best person that you can be. So, Baruch Hashem, you've all hopefully done very well this year in yeshiva. You've all made it through the Kor HaBarzel of midterms and finals. And Baruch Hashem, you're still sitting here in June. As you head out to the summer, as you begin your internships, as you learn in Kollel, as you go through whatever you're going to do, it's important to remember these are the days. This is what matters. There is no college, Baruch Hashem. There are no midterms, there are no finals, unless you're taking summer school, right? There, Baruch Hashem, you're at a time now where there's no pressure. And now is your time to prove that I made it through the year and I have grown. And in fact, now, after my year in college, I am a stronger Jew than I was beforehand. When I came in from Eretz Yisrael, I was strong. That's true. But now that I've been able to push through the year, I am stronger. My learning's on a higher level. My avodas Hashem is on a higher level. I have a greater appreciation of what davening is. I have a greater appreciation of the challenges that are parnasa. I'm a greater appreciation of the challenges that are challenges to my emunah. And now that I've gone through this, and it wasn't just the first Ani Hashem Elokechem, but Baruch Hashem, I've been strong through the second Ani Hashem Elokechem. I am stronger, I am better. And in Mirza Hashem, from year after year plowing through, I will become a stronger, better Yid, and I will be a person who appreciates very much Ani Hashem Elokeichem Asher Hotzeisi Eschem Eretz Mitzrayim, but continues to grow through the challenges of the regular Ani Hashem Elokeichem.